Paint. Yes, I really have just pasted a thumbnail into Paint and enlarged it. Yes, because I'm putting the same amount of effort into this video that WWE has been putting into their fucking wrestling product since, I don't know, 20 years now at this point. It's like been terrible for years. It's horrendous, right? And yet I'm seeing this. This is your WrestleMania match. Okay, first of all, you completely ruined last year's WrestleMania, where it could have been The Rock versus Roman Reigns. We had the opportunity to have a great match. Greatness would have been achieved. And yet you give the belt to Jabroni Rhodes here. And now he's feuding with a desperate move. You've turned John Cena heel, even though he looks exactly the same. There's been no change to his character whatsoever. So in effect, it hasn't happened. There is no heel turn. John Cena is just pissing everybody off by doing absolutely nothing to his character. People are going to be like, oh, well, he's talking shit to the fans or whatever. John Cena used to cut promos like this back when he was a babyface. I don't remember the exact promo or the exact time it was, but I remember distinctly it was like 5-10 years ago. And John Cena cut a promo where he put his heel on the mat, twisted it, and said, there's my heel turn. How is that a babyface thing to do? And he was breaking the fourth wall. That's all he's doing now. That's all he knows how to do. He says he's not a heel, he's not a babyface. Those are insider terms. And then he goes on to say, and I went on to win, and I went on to win. You just used insider terms. Okay? You didn't win anything. You already just said wrestling is fake. You were like, I'm not a heel, I'm not a babyface. Insider terms. Wrestling is fake, okay? You already told us in the first few minutes of the previous promo. Wrestling is fake. Okay. Then you went on to win. You didn't win anything. It's a fake belt. Nobody wins a belt. It's fake. Wrestling is not real. This jabroni here is not a champion. This jabroni here is not a 16-time champion of anything because nobody has ever legitimized this guy. Nobody has ever really liked this guy. And while these jabronis here have been WWE champions, the ratings have plummeted to like below like 1995 levels or whatever the fuck it is. So what are you talking about? What have you accomplished? Your entire career has been a story of how WWE has dropped ratings, has lost interest. But because 8-year-old kids buy his shirts, apparently he's this big star. John Cena has been shit since the day he first turned up, okay? And you're all going to be saying, oh, heel Cena's got to you. Oh, Cena. Fucking, I'm not watching this shit. You think I'm paying to see this shit? Okay, you've got two guys here I do not wish to see on my screen. You've heard of X-Pac Heat, I take it. Okay, if you're watching this video, because this is like online, like YouTube wrestling type videos. Okay, if you clicked on this video, chances are you've heard of X-Pac Heat. Basically, nobody wanted to see X-Pac apparently, so they just boo his ass. And they wouldn't boo his ass because he was a heel. They just boo his ass because go away, get off my television, get out of the arena. Okay, that's what these guys do. You've got the world's smarkiest crowd in history who've basically followed Jabroni Rhodes here from AEW in the crowd, and yet nobody at home gives a rat's ass about Cody Rhodes. Nobody even knows who he is. Dusty Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes are more famous than Cody Rhodes. More people have heard of Goldust than Cody Rhodes. That's just a motherfucking fact. Goldust was in WWF and WCW and whatever, like he wasn't Goldust in WCW, but you get the point, okay? People know who he is. Right? He has more star power than Cody Rhodes. Never had a world title. Yet we're expected to believe here that Jabroni Rhodes here, okay, the American shite-mare with his prison tattoo on his neck, that brings his dog to the ring in AEW and all that weird shit when he had his foot in MJF's mouth and God knows what. This guy, this lame ass character, which is a heel character by the way, he's basically just a rip off of Ric Flair, which makes no sense because Ric Flair, like, whole gimmick, whole persona was a heel persona, like the rich guy with the watches and the leather lizard shoes and all that shit. Okay? That's Cody's gimmick. Yet he's supposed to be a babyface? For what? For wearing sharp suits? That makes you a babyface? For having gay entrance music that only homosexuals sing along to? Why is this guy exciting at all? What is exciting about this guy? Okay, the whole company is on its ass. Okay, what is this? What is this belt? This has been a joke since it came out. Who the hell wants to... We had like cool belts. And now you've got a big ass, dumbass W. So original. It's just you're just chilling for the corporation everywhere you go. Look at my big WWE logo. Lame. Lame. So we got babyface Cena versus apparently heel Cody Rhodes. That's what this is. That's what we've got two guys here that have never been anything, and that's your main event for a WrestleMania. When you could have had Roman Reigns versus The Rock last year, and then this year you could have had Roman Reigns facing off against John Cena. At least we would have had Roman Reigns, who was actually decent, right? And then you would have had John Cena, 16-time world champion, versus Roman Reigns' winning streak. Okay? That wrote itself. But instead, you change course, and you dump the belt on this jabroni who has no business having the belt in the first place. I don't even know how he's got a job because he's basically no better than Dolph Ziggler. So why the hell is he even... It just blows my mind. He's a complete jabroni, mid-carder for life, shouldn't have the belt. And this is the thing with WWE wrestlers now. You can put as many belts on them as you like. The belt is worthless. You made people champion that should never have been champion. Like, it started off with, like, Rey Mysterio, and then it just got worse from there. It's ridiculous. You got people that should not be anywhere near the title picture, like Kofi Kingston winning the world title. What is that? What is the point? You got these guys that have literally nothing about them. Like, at least some of the small guys that shouldn't have had the belt had some charisma. Kofi Kingston? He's got absolutely no character whatsoever. He bounces around with a unicorn dildo on his head. In pink spandex. What is this? He has no character. He never had a character. What is the point? You get complete and utter jabronis in the main event. Cena's promos are not good. They are terrible. They're the same cornball promos he's always done, where he breaks the fourth wall and just talks absolute nonsense and just ignores the crowd. This is not a genuine heel turn. Okay? It's not a genuine heel turn. A genuine heel turn is where someone's character actually changes. Okay? John Cena hasn't changed his character. We've always hated him. We hated him for years. Most of us, right? Apart from like little kids and shit, okay? Most people hated John Cena all through the years. And now we still hate him now. So what has changed? Nothing. His ring attire hasn't changed. His entrance music hasn't changed, even though he's got a whole album full of music he can use. He can't use any of those. He's got to carry on using the same shit. So that's not changed. He's not changing anything. And this is the promo we cut. Saying he's not changing anything to piss everybody off. Well, guess what? It doesn't matter because nobody is going to watch. Ratings are going to continue to fall in WWE. WrestleMania is always going to sell. It's just a brand. It's a name. It's WrestleMania. People remember WrestleMania 3 and WrestleMania 4 and things like this, what they watched when they were kids. So they're going to order WrestleMania. They don't even watch Raw to do that. Do you know what I'm saying? That's irrelevant, okay? Look at the ratings going down. And then to the point where, like, WWE is having to put their shows on Netflix and stuff because nobody is actually willing to pay for them or whatever. It's insane. Meanwhile, over on AEW, you've got Jon Moxley getting suplexed by Edge onto a flaming wooden piece of wood full of freaking nails and nearly paralyzing himself. And this is wrestling. It's utter garbage. Every single company out there is garbage. TNA is no fucking better now. There's nothing. It's all shit. It's all been shit for years. And this is ridiculous. This is your main event. 2 jabronis that never should have been champions in the first place. For a belt that has 0 credibility, giving it to jabronis like Kofi Kingston. So what does the belt mean? The belt means is worthless. To the point where your storyline going into this, what is it, Jey Uso or the other Uso, one of the Usos, I think it's the other Uso, I don't even know, one of the jabroni Usos wins the Royal Rumble, Cena loses, and then the jabroni Uso decides to face against Seth Rollins for a Mickey Mouse title that's got no history, that's only been around for like a year and a half, 2 years or whatever. Why would anybody select that belt? Why would anybody want to win a belt that has absolutely no meaning, no history, no nothing? And that's only ever been known to be around a jabroni's waist. Like, what is the purpose of that? Why would anybody select the poor man's title? This, like, you have a choice between, like, back in the day, this would be like having a choice between, like, the European title and the world title, and you pick the European title. That is the equivalent of selecting the other title belt. So this makes no sense. So the whole storyline there makes no sense. Okay? But John Cena sucks. He's always sucked. And nothing's going to change on that. People seem to think, oh, Cena, he got good eventually. When? He's never cut one good promo in his entire career. Ever. Every single promo he does pretty much broke the fourth wall. Every single time. When he was a babyface, he got booed for being a babyface. And now he's a heel, supposedly. And he's still getting cheered by people. The guy cannot get the crowd reaction that he wants. Why is there John Cena sucks, let's go Cena battle chants every time John Cena is in the ring? Because he cannot get the crowd reaction that he wants. So that is the whole job of a wrestler, is to get the crowd reaction they're attending to get. And yet he still can't do it. He cannot do it. Let's not get even into his in-ring work, because it's basic. We all know that. You can have a basic ring set, you can have a basic move set and still be, a decent talent in WWE. But let's face it, John Cena's just got a basic move set. There's nothing exciting about it. He's a basic wrestler that can't talk. I'm sick of hearing people say that he can talk. I'm talking now. I'm speaking words. Does that mean I'm the greatest promo of all time? Okay, yeah, there's some guys that literally can't talk, like Kofi Kingston, and next to Kofi Kingston, John Cena looks amazing, but put John Cena against The Rock, put John Cena against Triple H, Stone Cold, okay, Ric Flair, put him against anybody that can actually cut a promo and have it actually be in kayfabe and actually make it make sense for the storyline going on, not, oh, I'm not a babyface and I'm not a heel. Brilliant. So every time Cena opens his mouth, he exposes the business more and makes you not want to watch. Every promo he does exposes the business as being fake, because when he was a babyface, his promos were like, I'm going to win next weekend. You're like, yeah, you are going to win next weekend. You literally know you're going to win next weekend. That's what we know is going to happen. Why would anybody watch? Literally everything he says is like some kind of like breaking the fourth wall, I swear. And then you'll have like, again, several years ago, John Cena and Roman Reigns were in the ring. The Miz came out angry, started cutting a promo on the ramp. And I'm not a big fan of The Miz either, but at least he tries. Miz comes out, starts cutting a promo on John Cena and Roman Reigns. And John Cena's just standing there with a big goofy face, not listening to a word The Miz is saying or giving a single fuck. So why should we give a single fuck? John Cena doesn't give a fuck, so why should we? It's wrestling. If a guy's getting in your face, giving you attitude, on the mic and all that, shouldn't you give a slight fuck about it? But you don't care. You're just like, The Miz is beneath me. Well, that's not how it works. You have to elevate the people who you're going to be fighting against. You can't just be this big goofy jabroni and then be like, everybody's beneath me. Well, you're crap to begin with. So if everybody is beneath you and you're giving that energy, then everybody is beneath you. You're not good to begin with, and therefore nobody gets over. And everybody's just a mid-carder. There's no stars anymore. There's literally no stars. And John Cena killed any chance there ever being another star because he beat like everybody in the company that was ever a star, put himself to the top, and never put anybody over in more or less his entire career. And now there's no stars in WWE. You got jabronis like Rollins and Kofi Kingston and like just complete utter jabronis. There's nobody. They didn't build any stars. They haven't built any stars in a long time. When Cena retires, right? That's it. WWE is dead. Who are they going to bring back next? Well, Ric Flair's going to come back at 89 years old to face Hulk Hogan because they've got no stars. They haven't built any stars. It's over, man. And this is your main event? WWF, WWE, WCW, whatever, used to be about entertainment. You would turn on the television and you would be entertained. Okay? You knew it wasn't real, but you were just entertained by what was going on. It was exciting. There is zero excitement in this. Zero excitement. And that's why we're using paint, because that's the same amount of effort that I feel WWE has been putting into all their products. That is what they're doing. They're pasting something into Microsoft Paint and enlarging it. That's the amount of effort I'm going to put into this flaming background here, because that is the amount of effort WWE has been putting in for years. And Michael Cole, holy hell, man, Michael Cole. When Cena did his turn, Michael Cole, everyone's saying, Michael Cole's done a great job. Michael Cole hasn't done a good job since Stone Cold left. He's literally that long. He's done absolutely nothing. He's gotten worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. You can't even listen to him. It's horrendous. Nothing what he says is even believable. Oh, he's got brass knuckles. No, it's a watch. We all saw it. You've got the monitors right in front of you. You've got the big screen playing the same crap that is going on at home, right? On the big screen. And Cole says it's brass knuckles. During one of the biggest events like ever in wrestling, a big, supposedly, according to Cena fanboys or whatever. And yet Cole can't even call it right. You've got like the worst commentator in history and the worst wrestler in history, that is John Cena, put them together. The only person that's worse than John Cena is Cody Rhodes. Jabroni Rhodes here. That's the only guy. And now he's the champ. Wrestling is dead, man. It is over. It is beyond over. I'm just sick of seeing this stuff, okay? Just do us all a favor, Cena. Do exactly what you said in the fucking promo, okay? Because I'm not watching the show. Take the fucking belt. Win your 17th title. That's pointless because it's fake. Take it with you. Take it home. And then just end WWE. Just tell them to end the whole fucking thing because it is trash. It's over.